What's happening, man? I'm Onlyzhay if you don't know. If you do know, what up, though? Listen, man, on this Think About That Tuesday, I want to just drop a thinklet on you. I just made that word up like 10 minutes ago. I'm a genius. I know, don't remind me. You feel me? You ain't got to tell me. I'm just playing, but listen. I'm reading the Bible and everything, right? And I'm going deep into the word and stuff, and I'm in the Old Testament still. And I've been reading stuff, right? And it's about the angels coming down mating with the women on earth. You know, because a lot of things is happening on this earth. A lot of things. The flood that covered the whole earth. Huge, large, giant skulls being found across the world. You feel me? Just all kind of crazy things that happen on this earth. And if you believe in Yah, if you believe that Yah is real, you feel me? Who most people say is God, but it ain't all that. Then you know that angels have come to earth. You feel me? It's sent from Him, or the ones that He kicked out. And I'm thinking about it, right? And I'm looking at all these transliterations. You know, you got the transliteration from the Greeks and the Roman people to the Aramaic people, Aramaic. I don't know all these different kind of alliterations, but that Greek one really kind of just made me think something out of nowhere. Like, you know what? These angels came to earth and they made it, and they had these children, right? These crazy people, these crazy looking children, 9 feet tall, 10 feet tall. You know, Goliath. You know, there's a dude in the Bible who had an extra pinky and pinky toe on every part of his hand and feet. So he had 24 things or something like that. I don't know. It's crazy. So like, he had a 6 man on every hand. He had a 6 man just waiting to tag in. Bow. He there. You feel me? 6 fingers every time. You feel me? Like, and I'm thinking like, man, the dude with the Lou Willville toes. Like, I wonder if that's why these people would call these people gods back then. Cause you know, Yah is not a god that's beneath him. Like he's the creator of heaven and earth. These people that they were worshiping, calling their gods, were just angels kicked out of heaven. You know what I mean? And it kind of made me wonder, like, you know, Greek mythology. Who would make that up? Why would it be these myths about these things that would last for so long? You feel? Why would a myth about somebody with superpowers last so long? You feel me? It's just a myth. And then I thought about it. Yo, what if the angels that got kicked out of heaven was the quote unquote Greek gods, because they were still angels? You feel me? Is that true? So I think I might have found something. I think I might have stumbled upon something. I'm gonna just drop a little thinklet on you, sprinkle a little thinklet in your grill. You feel me? A little thinklet on your brain. Why would they call them gods and worship them? They must have had something to make people, nations, worship them. These are just more than just kings and stuff. It's something they had to do special. These people believe in special supernatural powers that made them worship these people. So check this video out, man. I think I might have found something. Check this video out and just think about it. Look into it. Do your own research. You feel me? With that being said, on this Think About That Tuesday, I'm out.
This clip, I think, is going to be interesting if you're interested in religion and in the Bible. Let me start off. In schools, we are taught that in ancient times we had polytheism, and then we have some kind of evolution, of religions. So polytheism at some point turned into monotheism. So we had beliefs in many different gods, like in the Greek mythology and the Roman or Nordic mythology. And then it all kind of evolved into monotheism, where is a belief in one god, like Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, which is predominant now in the world. So there's one thing that got me thinking. There's one place in the Bible, in Revelation 9:11, where we have Apollyon being mentioned. So Apollyon is Apollo. Apollo is the sun god from Greek and Roman mythology. So here they say, they were ruled by a king, the angel of the abyss. His name in Hebrew is Abaddon, and in Greek it's Apollyon. So this kind of got me thinking, how come the Bible is referring to the Greek god Apollo, and the Bible is saying that this is just not some kind of mythological story. The Bible is stating that Apollo is the angel of the abyss. Angel of the abyss. So if he's the angel of the abyss, he's one of the fallen angels. There was one third. Lucifer had made a rebellion against God, and with him he took one third of all the angels from the heavens. So we have 33% of the angels being cast out from heaven, and Apollo is one of them. So this is the logic we can just take straight out of it. So for me, that means, we're taught that basically we have all of these figures. They were just stories, different stories, mythological figures. But for me, it's a clear connection between these figures and the Bible. And the Bible is describing the fallen ones. They were going against God, and so they were, how to say, they were not keeping the commandments and the rules. So they were going against the commandments. So you can just imagine them. They're lustful, and they are jealous, they are pride, they suffer of vanity, and so on. So because the heavens is the opposite. So if they're the fallen ones, they will be the opposite. So if we look into the stories of these Roman and Greek deities, when we just look in the picture, you see here's one guy holding a naked girl, and there's this other guy is trying to get in, and if we just look at the pictures, and then we read in the stories, here's a guy holding a guy. So let's look at some of the stories. For instance, we have Venus, and she's described as the goddess of love. Okay, sounds really great, and she's really beautiful in some statues and some pictures. But then when you look into it, like, okay, she's the embodiment of love and sexuality. All sounds great. But then you look into the stories about temple prostitutions. Have you ever heard about that one? Then we see that, yeah, in Rome and in other places, they had these temples, and outside the temples they had the prostitutes. They call them sacred prostitutes. So you see, they really were inverting everything. They were just this profane worship. They were worshipping corruption, basically. Then if we look at, for instance, the different relationships they had between each other. They all look in this picture is, it's quite obvious, some things. But in other pictures, they look really majestic. You would say that they are, let's see, they really look like gods. They're big and gracious and everything. But when you read up in the stories, it's really not so gracious. Let's see. Let's take the different relationships, for instance. And here's all the different male deities that had same-sex love affairs. So Achilles had an affair with him, and those guys with each other. And Apollo, he had many different male lovers. Just an endless list. And it just didn't stop there. How about incest? Yeah, they had incest. And then they had, if you look at, they have animal sex. Yeah. Leda, she had sex with a swan. You have all kind of different sick things. It was Zeus kidnapping turning into an eagle and then raping a woman. All sorts of things. And then you have curses. They put curses on each other. So Aphrodite, yeah, she was also some kind of love goddess. Oh, but she cursed Mira to lust after her father. How sick is that? So these figures were worshipped. Here's Zeus as a bull kidnapping Europa and I think mating with her. Yeah, so yeah, incest. Yeah, so you get my point. They really do fit into the description of the fallen gods, of the fallen angels. They were not gods, they were angels. They really fit into the description, especially with their behavior. And then if we look at Apollo, and there's many different other stories, like God in Disguise is another story where Apollo comes to Earth and then he's tried to impersonate God. You have yeah, I think I never heard about somebody explaining this, but for me it seems quite obvious that it's this connection. That is the connection. That people were worshipping the fallen ones before, and then we had Christ coming in, Christ being born, and then from that, when Christ was born, people will start to worship the God again and Christ. So, yep, that's what I wanted to get across. Have a nice evening.